Earlier this week, we told you about a house fire in Mesa where 10 firefighters ended up trapped inside the home after a roof collapse. All the crew members, luckily, thank goodness, were okay.
Yeah, but that training is what got them out of there. So we wanted to know what this moment was like for those Mesa firefighters. We sent 12 News journalist Rachel Cole to their training center, and it was an eye-opening experience for you, Rachel. So take us through it.
Yeah, to say the very least. Incredibly challenging, of course, to ever recreate the moments these first responders experience firsthand. But they welcomed our crew out to the Mesa Fire training facility, where we tried to get a feel for what they go through on a day-to-day basis. Take a look. First step prior to responding to any call coming in, putting on your turnouts.
Oh yeah, that's snug.
Devin, she's been with Mesa Fire for 4 years. Today, she's helping us suit up for the simulation. The gear, incredibly heavy.
How many pounds of gear is this, Captain?
We're looking with turnouts, SCBA, our packs are about 50 pounds, and then any tools, clotheslines, we're getting upwards of 75 to 100 pounds.
So we're heading into the confidence course.
The confidence course, a combination of hot temperatures and low visibility, much like the call that came in earlier this week.
It's to build muscle memory to when we're in a high-stress situation that we don't have to necessarily think about what we're doing. We can just work through a problem and kind of solve it as we go.
You're gonna have an overhead. Get low. We're going around the corner. There's some wires here.
So this prop is meant to kind of simulate that building collapse where things have come down on top of us.
The stress and problems immediate.
If you let us know if you're okay or you want to come.
But I wasn't. As a civilian doing real training in a mock scenario, I couldn't quite manage the elements or my emotions.
That's a little better already.
Simulation of things with the heat,
The heat.
visibility, your senses.
A little embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. What we find is people who were never claustrophobic or have never had to deal with it or felt like they were claustrophobic before, as soon as they get in this scenario, especially with all this gear on, it may be their first experience with claustrophobia.
And it most certainly was. You know, I don't know if it was the combination of the heat and the heavy gear that made it so intense, but I think more so it was the moment you realize that first responders don't get to call timeout. They don't get to stop when they're on those calls. They have to keep going and push through all of the elements, all of the emotions that they're experiencing. And that's why their training is so refined and why they're so amazing at what they do.
Was this terrifying for you?
It was terrifying, but as Troy admitted, like, it was eye-opening because we report on first responders going to these calls every single day, and it just brings you into it so much more intimately. And they were trying to make me feel better about, you know, experiencing this claustrophobia and this intense, like, overwhelming feeling. So they, again, first responders calming me down in an uncomfortable scenario, but heroism, such an understatement. I know you've done that firsthand as well.
I went through it, and you were shook when you got back. And I got to be honest with you, I was shook too. When you're wearing those turnouts in these kind of temperatures, I always wondered, why do firefighters have to get rotated out every 15 minutes? Because your body can't cool. Imagine wearing the hottest ski jacket you have and exercising in it in 110. Your body never cools. Your head's covered.
And it's suction back, and you know, you're hoping for the best. And what if someone's life is at stake? It's just, again, heroism it was incredible, and I thank the Mesa Fire Department for inviting us out to try to help us simulate what they go through, but we could never.
It gives you a whole new appreciation.
Yeah, it certainly does. So thank you to them.
Make sure you hydrate the rest of the night.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what they said.
All right.
My heart was pounding just watching you.